All right, so today we're going deep on something pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's about building a personal brand,
Okay.
like a pharaoh,
Wow.
in the 21st century.
Mm.
We found this strategy text, and it claims to have like a roadmap to success,
Okay.
but it uses ancient Egyptian concepts.
Ancient Egyptian.
I know.
It's
It sounds crazy, right?
yeah, a little bit.
But hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is where it gets really interesting.
All right, let's hear it.
It takes these old ideas
Yeah.
and applies them to today's world.
Okay.
Specifically the world of like digital tools and platforms. It's like having a time-traveling mentor
Uh-huh.
guiding us to success.
I like that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And some of the strategies are unbelievable. Personal branding to AI,
Mm.
but with a pharaonic twist.
Wow. Okay.
So are you ready to unearth some wisdom
Yeah, let's do it.
from the sands of time?
I'm ready.
All right, first up, the text talks about cultivating an authoritative presence.
Okay.
It's basically pharaoh-level branding.
Mm-hmm.
It says that creating a powerful image is really important.
Right, and that makes sense.
Right.
If you think about the pharaohs
Exactly.
and all their monuments and artwork,
Yeah.
they weren't just for show.
Right?
They were carefully designed
Yeah,
to show everyone their power and authority.
exactly. And the text says we can do the same thing today.
Oh, interesting.
But instead of pyramids and sphinxes,
Uh-huh.
we've got Instagram,
Right.
LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Twitter.
I see.
It's about using these platforms
Yeah.
to show off what you're good at
Okay.
and to create a compelling story.
I get it.
It's like building your own digital pyramid,
Uh-huh. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brick by digital brick.
That's a good analogy.
Thanks. I thought so.
Yeah.
And just like those classic images
Oh, yeah.
of pharaohs, in those powerful poses with those elaborate headdresses
Yeah.
and the hieroglyphics telling their story.
What
We have our own tools,
do you mean?
like carefully curated feeds, posts about achievements,
Yeah.
professional headshots,
We see.
different tools,
Right.
but the same idea.
It's all about the image.
Exactly.
That's so interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And visual storytelling is important too.
Okay.
The text says to go beyond just words.
Right.
Use high-quality images and videos and graphics.
Yeah.
Anything that grabs attention
I see.
and reinforces your brand.
Okay.
It reminds me of those murals,
Oh, you.
that are in the pharaoh's tombs
Right.
depicting their lives.
Yeah.
It's the same concept, but different tools.
Mm.
Think about it.
Okay.
It's visually compelling content
Yeah.
that leaves a lasting impression.
Right. Just like those ancient murals.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I'm curious, for you listening,
Hmm.
how would you build a brand
Yeah.
that shows authority and wisdom, but in today's world?
Right. With all the digital stuff?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What would your digital pyramid look like?
I just gotta think about that.
It is a fascinating challenge, right?
Definitely.
To take these old principles
Yeah.
of showing power
Huh.
and put them into the digital age.
Right, because it's so different now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, this text talks about building a loyal following.
Okay.
Get this. It says community engagement is key.
Community engagement.
Yeah. You might think that pharaohs
Yeah.
were like these distant rulers,
Huh?
but they were actually masters at connecting with their people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It seems counterintuitive, but it's true.
So those pharaohs, they knew
Yeah,
that their power came from the people.
exactly. They
Yeah.
worked hard to build that connection with their subjects.
Wow. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so they held these huge festivals
Okay.
and made public appearances. They participated in rituals that reinforced their connection to the gods,
I see.
which in turn made people like them even more.
So it was like ancient PR.
Yeah, you could say that.
Huh?
They kept the public on their side.
Right.
Makes you wonder if they had, like,
Yeah.
a team of strategists.
I bet they did.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the text suggests that we use similar strategies today.
Like what?
Things like Q&A sessions,
Oh, yeah.
webinars, even virtual gatherings on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that creates a conversation with your audience,
I see.
let them know you value them.
Right.
That you actually want to hear what they have to say.
Gotcha.
It's like giving your audience
Yeah.
a virtual seat at the royal court.
Uh-huh. I like that.
I know, right?
Yeah,
And of course, creating valuable content is key.
definitely.
Things like blogs, podcasts,
Uh-huh.
YouTube channels, all of those things.
Okay.
And it should all be focused on educating, inspiring, and entertaining your audience.
Right. It's all about providing value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And building a lasting relationship with them.
Right, like the pharaohs did.
Exactly. Just like those grand works of art and architecture,
Uh-huh.
we can create content that leaves a lasting impact,
I see what you mean.
that resonates with people
Yeah.
long after they've seen it.
Wow, that's powerful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The text talks about AI.
All right.
This is where the modern world
Mm-hmm.
meets the ancient world.
Interesting.
Think of AI as the pharaoh's new vizier. It's a powerful tool
Right.
for automation and efficiency.
Okay.
Imagine a pharaoh using AI
Yeah.
to schedule his social media posts,
Uh-huh.
to generate leads, to
Uh-huh.
manage interactions with his followers.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like having a whole team of scribes,
I see.
but it's all AI.
Wow.
So instead of drowning in the day-to-day stuff,
Right.
you can focus on the big picture, on making those big pharaonic decisions
I like that.
that really make a difference.
Hmm.
It's like having a personal assistant
Uh-huh.
who can predict the future.
That would be amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And it's like how the pharaohs relied on their advisors
Right.
to help manage the complexities of the kingdom.
Yeah.
We can use AI
I see.
to streamline our operations
Yes.
and free up our mental bandwidth.
So we can focus on more important things.
Exactly. And speaking of predicting the future,
Yeah.
the text also mentions AI analytics.
What's that?
It's like having a modern-day oracle
Really?
that can predict audience engagement.
Wow.
It uses data to understand trends and audience preferences,
Okay.
and it measures the impact of your strategies.
That's pretty powerful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like having a crystal ball
Uh-huh.
that shows you what your audience wants.
I like that.
And speaking of building a dynasty,
Okay.
let's talk about wealth building,
Okay.
pharaoh style.
Sounds interesting.
This text recommends smart investments
Hmm.
across the board.
Like what?
Stocks,
All right.
crypto,
Yeah.
real estate,
Right.
businesses,
Nice.
all with a long-term vision.
That's important.
Just like the pharaohs.
It is.
You know those massive infrastructure projects they built?
Yeah, like the pyramids.
Exactly.
Right.
They would benefit their kingdom for generations.
Right.
They understood the power of long-term thinking.
Definitely.
And what's interesting is the text suggests supporting
That's
sustainable projects and startups.
Really?
Imagine a pharaoh investing in a vertical farm.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Producing food sustainably.
Mm.
Just like how the pharaohs invested in irrigation systems
I see.
for a good harvest.
That's a cool connection.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or think about backing a tech startup
Yeah.
that's developing clean energy solutions.
Wow.
It's like building the pyramids of the future.
I love that analogy.
Thanks. And of course, the text encourages entrepreneurship,
Okay.
but with a 21st century twist.
What do you mean?
Think e-commerce,
Right.
digital marketing,
Ah.
tech startups,
I see.
all powered by the latest technology.
So it's not about conquering land anymore.
Exactly.
It's about the digital world.
It's about building a digital empire
Wow.
that can reach the entire world.
That's amazing.
And the text says anyone can do it
Really?
with the right mindset and strategies.
So just like those pharaohs
Exactly.
who built their empires from nothing.
Yeah,
That's inspiring.
it is, right?
Definitely.
And you can't talk about empires without talking about alliances.
Right.
And this text really emphasizes networking,
Networking.
but not the kind you're thinking of.
What do you mean?
This is networking like you rule Egypt.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's not about those awkward cocktail parties.
I hate those.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's about building strategic alliances
I see.
and collaborations,
Okay.
like how the pharaohs did for
Right.
power and stability. They had to do that to survive. Exactly.
yeah.
And we can do the same thing.
But in the digital age,
Right.
using different tools.
Exactly.
Mm.
So think about connecting with influencers,
Okay.
experts,
Mhm.
like-minded people online.
I get it.
Use social media,
Mhm.
online forums,
Yeah.
industry meetups.
I see.
It's like building a network of allies
That's a good way to put it.
to help you achieve your goals.
And solidify your influence.
Exactly.
Wow.
And don't forget about mentors.
Mentors.
So the text sees mentors as the modern equivalent
Okay.
of the pharaoh's wise advisors,
Uh-huh.
those trusted people who
Right.
can guide you and support you.
Yeah.
Having A mentor who's been there and done that
Definitely.
can be so valuable.
I agree.
Just like the pharaohs sought counsel from their trusted advisors,
Yeah.
we can benefit from the wisdom and experience
Wow.
of those who have already walked the path.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so before we wrap up this first part,
Yeah.
let's talk about what the text calls
Okay.
the pharaoh's abundance mindset.
The Pharaoh's abundance mindset.
Yeah. This is about embracing big, bold, visionary thinking.
I like that.
It's about being innovative and taking risks.
But calculated risks.
Of course,
Yeah.
think about those ambitious pharaohs who
Mhm.
launched those massive building projects
Right.
or led military campaigns across the desert.
Wow.
It's about stepping outside your comfort zone,
I see.
embracing the unknown,
Mm.
and believing that you can achieve anything.
Okay.
You know that feeling when you're at the foot of a pyramid
Yeah.
and you realize how daring it was
Mhm.
to build something so grand?
It's incredible.
That's the pharaoh's abundance mindset.
Wow. I like that.
It's about believing in your vision
Yeah.
and your ability to create something extraordinary
Hmm.
and having the courage to take action
Right.
even when you're not sure what will happen.
Brave.
And the text connects this mindset to the concept of ma'at in ancient Egypt.
Okay.
It embodies truth, justice, and cosmic order.
Hmm.
It was the guiding principle for the pharaoh's rule.
Wow. I never thought about it like that.
It's about aligning your actions with a higher purpose,
Right.
something bigger than yourself,
Yeah.
to make a positive impact on the world.
I like that.
And it's not just about getting rich and powerful.
Okay.
The text emphasizes legacy building,
Legacy building.
using your resources to make a difference,
Like the pharaohs did.
just like them.
With their monuments and temples.
It's about building something that outlasts you,
That's a powerful thought.
whether it's through philanthropy,
Uh,
supporting causes you believe in,
yeah.
or creating a business that thrives long after you're gone.
I
It's
see.
about leaving your mark on the world.
Hmm.
Wow, we've covered a lot.
We have.
And I have to say,
Yeah.
these connections between ancient Egypt and modern success
Roha.
are mind-blowing.
Yep.
Who would have thought that the pharaohs
Yeah.
could teach us so much
Just amazing.
about building a brand,
Right?
leveraging AI,
Uh-huh.
and creating a lasting legacy?
Yeah. In the 21st century.
I know, it's incredible.
It really is.
It's remarkable how these old principles
Yes.
still resonate today.
They do.
It shows that some things never change.
What do you mean?
The desire to achieve greatness,
Uh-huh.
to leave a mark on the world,
I see.
those are timeless.
They are.
And we're just getting started.
Oh, really?
We still have so much more to talk about.
I can't wait. Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about that abundance mindset
Yeah.
and how it applies to legacy.
It is powerful.
Yeah.
It's like the pharaohs are giving us secret advice.
Uh-huh. I like that.
That won't cross thousands of years.
Yeah.
Speaking of secrets,
Okay.
let's unlock the next chamber of knowledge.
All right. I'm ready.
Marketing strategies for a pharaoh in the 21st century.
Marketing strategies.
This text dives into modern digital marketing, things like SEO, social media ads,
Right.
content marketing,
Interesting.
all the things pharaohs would love to have.
I bet.
Can you imagine a pharaoh going viral on TikTok?
Uh-huh. That's funny.
But they definitely understood storytelling
Oh, for sure.
and symbolism.
Right.
Think about those monuments in art.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about looking good.
It was propaganda.
Exactly.
They were promoting themselves,
They knew how to reach the masses.
and they used the tools of their time.
Right. So instead of hieroglyphics on obelisks
We have targeted ads.
and catchy hashtags,
Exactly.
the tools have changed.
But the principles are the same.
Right. It's about reaching and influencing people
And crafting the right message.
and broadcasting it to the world.
Exactly.
But there's this one suggestion in the text
Yeah.
that really caught my eye.
What is it?
Using AI for personalized communication and marketing. It's like taking those grand pronouncements,
Oh, yeah.
you know, the ones carved in stone, and whispering them to each person individually.
That's a great analogy.
And it's so powerful.
That is.
By tailoring your message to specific people,
Right.
you can connect with them better.
Yeah.
Imagine if the pharaohs had this.
I know.
It's like having 1,000 scribes
Right.
writing the perfect message for each person.
That would be amazing.
AI lets us do that.
Really?
Personalized communication on a huge scale.
Wow.
It's taking mass communication
Uh-huh.
and making it personal.
That's incredible.
Okay, now let's talk about lifelong learning,
Okay.
something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
The text stresses the importance of continuous learning,
Continuous learning.
keeping up with trends,
Uh-huh.
and adapt.
To new information.
Exactly.
It's like a secret weapon
It
to
is.
stay ahead.
It's about evolving
reading.
to new challenges.
Right.
It reminds me of the pharaohs.
Oh, yeah.
They supported the arts and sciences.
They had libraries and scribes.
They were always thirsty for knowledge.
They knew knowledge was power.
Think about all the advancements they made.
In astronomy and math and medicine,
They were always pushing boundaries.
that's the mindset we need today.
So instead of hieroglyphics
We have algorithms.
and social media trends,
It's like studying ancient texts.
but the texts are always changing. You
Exact
have to be adaptable
and flexible.
and willing to learn new things.
Because the world is changing so fast.
If you don't keep learning,
You'll be left behind.
that's the true legacy of the pharaohs,
The pursuit of knowledge.
and a willingness to adapt.
I like that.
And that brings us to the final pillar,
Okay.
creating a cultural impact
The cultural impact.
that echoes through time.
Wow.
The text calls it building a legacy
We're building a legacy.
worthy of a modern pharaoh.
I see.
This is where it all comes together,
Yeah.
using everything we've talked about to make a real difference.
To leave a mark.
That inspires others.
Right.
The text says to use our platforms
Okay.
to raise awareness.
Uh-huh. To promote change.
I see.
To inspire movements.
Like the pharaohs did.
Just like them.
They shaped culture and religion.
Think about Akhenaten.
Akhenaten.
He tried to revolutionize religion.
Wow.
Or Hatshepsut.
Hatshepsut.
One of the few female pharaohs.
Right.
She expanded trade and built temples.
Hmm.
They used their power
Yeah.
to leave a lasting impact.
They changed the course of history.
So it's about more than just success.
It's about making a difference.
It's about using your influence for good.
Exactly.
It's about finding your purpose.
Yeah.
And aligning your actions with your values.
I like that.
It's about building a legacy.
That goes beyond your lifetime.
And inspires others to do the same.
Oh.
The text also talks about building a lifestyle brand.
A lifestyle brand.
Like creating a modern-day court.
Okay.
A community of people
Uh-huh.
who share your values.
And want to be part of your journey.
Exactly.
It's about attracting people.
Who resonate with your vision.
And your purpose.
So it's not about ruling with an iron fist.
It's about leading by example.
And inspiring people to follow you.
And building a community around your vision.
To work together to make a difference.
I'm feeling so inspired.
Me too.
It's amazing what we can learn.
From these ancient rulers.
Even after all these years,
I
it's
know.
like they left us a blueprint
For success.
to build our own modern dynasties.
And it's up to us to use it.
That's true.
It's a testament to human ambition.
And ingenuity.
And the desire to leave a mark.
Maybe there's a modern pharaoh listening right now.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Ready to build their own digital empire.
And change the world.
We've journeyed through the pyramids of branding,
Yeah.
deciphered the hieroglyphics of AI,
Uh-huh.
and unearthed the treasures of marketing.
Fit for a pharaoh?
But our expedition isn't over yet.
We have one more chamber to explore.
Filled with final thoughts and takeaways.
From this incredible journey.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring ancient Egypt
Yeah.
and how to rule like a pharaoh.
In the 21st century.
It's been pretty eye-opening.
It has.
So much wisdom
Yeah, who knew?
from these ancient rulers
I know, it's amazing.
about building a brand,
Right.
using technology,
Wow.
and leaving a real impact.
It's incredible.
So before we finish up,
Okay.
let's go over the key takeaways.
Good idea.
We started with personal branding,
Right.
building that authoritative presence online
Like the pharaohs did.
with their monuments and art,
Yeah, it's all about storytelling.
and powerful visuals.
Exact.
Build your own digital pyramid.
Brick by digital brick.
I like that.
Yeah.
Then we talked about building a loyal following
Right.
through engagement and community,
And valuable content.
just like the pharaohs did.
With their festivals and rituals.
That's about making your audience feel valued, giving them something they can use,
Content that educates and inspires.
and entertains.
Right.
And then there's AI.
The pharaoh's secret weapon.
It's like having a modern vizier,
Handling all those tedious tasks.
analyzing data.
Helping you make better decisions.
AI lets us personalize communication,
On a massive scale.
streamline everything.
And understand our audience better.
It's like a crystal ball for engagement.
Uh-huh. That's a good one.
And then we talked about wealth building,
Pharaoh style.
investing wisely,
Thinking long term.
supporting sustainable projects.
Like the pharaohs did.
They understood true wealth.
It's not just about money.
It's about building a prosperous society.
that will last for generations,
And then there's networking.
but not the usual kind.
This is networking like you rule Egypt,
Building those strategic alliances,
collaborating with influencers.
finding mentors who can guide you
The pharaohs knew how to build partnerships.
to strengthen their power,
We can do the same today.
using those connections to make a bigger impact.
But it's not just about success.
Right.
The text also talked about abundance mindset
Thinking big, taking risks.
and leaving a lasting legacy.
The pharaohs were all about legacy,
They built those pyramids and temples.
to be remembered forever.
They knew their actions had a ripple effect.
That went beyond their own lives.
Our actions have a lasting impact too.
It's not just about building a brand.
Or a business
It's about using your influence for good.
to create positive change.
That's the legacy of a true pharaoh.
Inspiring others and making the world a better place.
I like that a lot.
So as we wrap up our deep dive,
Yeah.
I have one question for you listening.
Okay.
What kind of legacy are you building? What mark will you leave on the world?
This deep dive has given us a blueprint
Tools and strategies.
inspired by ancient Egypt
It's up to you to use it.
to build something truly remarkable.
Something that will echo through time.
That's a great way to put it.
That's it for this episode of The Deep Dive.
Thanks for joining us
We hope you enjoyed our journey
through ancient Egypt.
and into the heart of modern success.
Definitely.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing,
Keep building your legacy.
and rule like a pharaoh